university.
We set up a theatre company together, and since then we've made nearly 30 shows.
There's also been a lot of life. Births, marriages, deaths, that kind of thing.
We decided to make a show about growing older, taking stock.
We thought for the first time we wouldn't create a show using characters. We'd just be ourselves.
Which is a little bit terrifying because maybe we're not that interesting.
This show could be very self-indulgent. We really hope it isn't.
Yeah, and what if it's rubbish? What if we fail? Ooh!
We've got a lot of history and a warehouse full of stuff.
Tangle Feet are like a family.
Mario and Emily are both the eldest of 3 siblings, and they both tend to take a lot of responsibility for other people.
Ali is the middle of 5 children. She's never really liked spending time on her own.
Emily, Mario, and myself each have 2 children. 1 girl and 1 boy. I don't have any kids, and neither does Leon.
Sarah, she's the baby of her family, and she has hundreds of the sequin costumes.
Leon is an only child,
He makes incredible cakes.
which he learned to do from his lovely mum.
When she died, she was 70, and I was 35, which means I was half her age.
Leon inherited his mum's house and has been renovating it ever since.
Emily does a lot of emotional heavy lifting.
Mario's dad always told him, you get out of life what you put in.
The book should always balance.
Mario is now Tangle Feet's Director of Finance.
How much was this man?
Expensive.
When Sarah hosts events across the capital, she goes by the name of Dixie Ritzy!
As a child, Sarah dreamed of living in New York, and she did for a bit.
I did, for a bit, and then I got divorced and I came home.
And we're glad she did.
We've all had to calibrate our dreams and ambitions over the last 20 years. I used to want to be a rock star. Now I rock spreadsheets.
I've done things in quite a traditional way. I got married at 29, first baby at 30, bought a house, second baby at 33.
Ali likes things to be organised.
I do. Most of this stuff is left over from old shows.
Like this German wheel! Except none of us really know how to use it.
But that has never stopped us from getting on things and having a go and yeah.
Whoa! Way! It's important to take risks, apparently. Whoa!
This is the first show that Ali has performed in over a decade. She was quite nervous about it.
It's been hard to get us all in the same room to make the show.
Life is complicated, and we all have to wear different hats.
Mario works for a finance department and local authority.
He's also the lead frontman of a covers band.
I did play Wembley Stadium once. Conference room lead.
Oh, and he played at my wedding.
I'm fine.
I'm married.
Ali left full-time work when she had her children.
Leon's been flying all around the world with his other job. He also does a lot of DIY.
Not by choice.
Until recently, Emily was a secondary school teacher. She quit.
Last year, my best friend died. And after a ton of rage, anger, and sadness, I've made the decision to live a life led by joy.
We've been asking ourselves a lot of big questions.
About mortality!
And aging.
But whether we're the same people we were when we first met.
Over 700 cups of tea and coffee have been devoured during the making of this show, along with 2 kilograms of biscuits, by these lovely people.
I've been completely lost at times.
We don't have all the answers.
We realised we needed to ask for some help.
Ready? You sure?
Yes.
Right to the back. When we make shows, we devise them. We don't have a script, we just have ourselves and our stories. Oh, Jackie. Abby. Whose hand is that? Hillis. At the beginning, anything is possible. It means you don't know where you're headed and what it's supposed to look like. Leon. Nice balancing, Bronwyn. Good work. You're right.
Fine.
It's like being on a quest together, which is brilliant, but you don't know where you're going to end up. Mario. Philip. Sophia and Sarah. Yeah. Very good, Peter. So, for the past couple of months, every Saturday, we've been coming and working with this lot, who brought their own load of ideas and chaos. Right, nice. Bronwyn, Tom, Jodie, just move your mouth. Yeah. Emily, you just wiggled as well. Yeah, no. So we've played loads of games, done loads of experiments, drank loads of tea, ate loads of snacks, had a right laugh. But at some point you realise that an audience is coming and you've got to put something in front of them. It's supposed to have a beginning, a middle and an end, isn't it? This. I mean, Bronwyn, Philip, Sophia, Alan, Sarah. Yeah. Sorry, Alex. Sylvie. Yeah, no. You're having a mare, aren't you?
I really want this.
I know. There's a creeping anxiety and a creeping excitement. There's such anticipation in it all. Everyone is thinking, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really nervous. You? Jodie, Emily, Ali, Philip. You can't be too precious. You have to respond to things honestly in the moment as they happen, because you don't know what the show is going to look like. You did it.
Good game. Go for a walk.
Walk in straight lines. Walk in curved lines. Now mix it up. Go as fast as you can. And now as slow as you can. Change it up. Go whatever speed you want. But don't get stuck in a rut. Keep changing things. If you see a space, go for it. Find someone to make contact with. For a moment or a long time. Be inventive. Lean on someone. Stand on something. Keep looking for those spaces. Change your pace. Change your height. Balance. Smile. Take a moment to look around, take it all in. Okay, this is your warm-up, everybody, so really get into it, enjoy it.
The warm-up is over, makeup time! Today is the day you are going to face all those questions you've been avoiding for all those years. You're gonna look them right in the eye and you're gonna tell them, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you and you and you. I can do this. We can do this together. Oh yeah! Are you ready? ¿Tienes miedo de hacer algo? We're gonna look down thing that we're afraid to look at. Vamos a verlo en el espejo y le vamos a decir, no te tengo miedo, no me atemorizas. I am not a little boy anymore. I'm gonna do all the things I said I would. And you're gonna do it with a smile on your face. You have to smile because you're an amazing person. You're a wonderful human being. You shall never forget that. Nunca lo olvidemos. Y sabes qué? Y si te va mal un día, te puedes dar permiso de salir de fiesta y tomar tequila. Woo! Because sometimes we need to unwind. We need time to unwind. Are you ready? Let me see you in your fierce face. I want to see how brave you are, how powerful you are. Yeah, beautiful makeup. The details. Let's stop sweeping things under the rug. Let's ask those questions you've been afraid to ask all those years. Are you ready? Round one, go!
Spreadsheets. You know what a spreadsheet is? they come for you, defend yourself from the rows, cells, and arrows of mundanity. Do whatever you can. Use fizzy cherries, air guitar, sea beagles, Expelliarmus. Change that summit into a funny. Mimic you, boss. If you take that giant leap of faith, it can open you up to failure. And we're not talking about trying to do the Macarena with one flip-flop missing in Zanzani High Street. As your wife and kids look on in horror, followed by 43 drunk 1830s club rats, egging you on. You jump and fail. Nowadays, it affects others. And I feel that now a lot. But it's not what you do when you fail. It's what you do after that counts. Play will help you out of the rut and push you through the gaps. Even if you look funny. Everybody needs the tab in their work-life balance sheet that reads play. My dad worked 7 days a week for years, night shifts, driving his minicab. But he was always there after school to help us with homework, cook us dinners, pick us up from sports practice. I even used to catch him dancing with Mum whilst we were watching Neighbours. He didn't stop working, but that didn't mean he stopped living. I've got to continue to find that space and stay out in front. I've got to stay out in front. I've got to stay out in front.
So the first time I moved away from home was September 2018 to study here at the University of Kent. And I remember all this excitement, all this joy. I was like, yes, I can't wait to fulfill a new adventure, go off, have all these responsibilities, all the freedom, wouldn't have to tell my mum and dad when I'm coming in and out of parties. I was like, yeah, great. So I remember the day, packing my stuff. I used boxes like these, the plastic containers, and those massive Sports Direct bags. Used all that stuff. I didn't want to leave anything behind, so I remember travelling up there and thinking, yes, this will be great. I'm going to love it, right? And then something hit, and that was called reality. And I remember thinking in my room, okay, I've got 3 years of this. Now, I'm on my own.
We had memories of happy childhood holidays by the seaside. And so 20 years ago, we both decided it was time to leave London and to move somewhere a little more peaceful. We sold the house, we arranged for the removers to come, and the day arrived when we were due to move. And as we left the house, I looked back and saw this beautifully tidy room, tidiest it had ever been because there was nothing in it. And we took the journey down to Herne Bay. And we got to the new house, or not new house, but the house that we had bought. And as we walked through the door, followed by the removers, one of the men put his foot straight through the floor because the floorboards were rotten. And at that point we then took stock and remembered that we didn't have a bathroom, we didn't have a kitchen. And suddenly the realization, what have we done? Anyway, we later that day we took a little walk down to the seaside, to the seafront, and we sat on the beach and we ate some fish and chips and we listened to the seagulls and we watched the light glistening on the water, and suddenly we thought, actually, it's going to be okay.
I was really insecure when I was little. I hated people, not for any actual reason. It was more I convinced myself if I spoke up, everything I'd say was wrong. And to me, every single little thing I said was a disaster. And then I just had a moment where reality hit me. I was 16, it was the night before my exams, and I just thought, do you know what? I'm way too busy to care about what people think of me anymore. So I let those insecurities go. And now I've become a much more confident and a bit stranger person than I was before.
"20 years ago, when we made the decision to move to Herne Bay, we suddenly realised we had to pack up. And we realised also that we didn't really want to take most of the stuff we had because we'd accumulated so much. So we moved to Herne Bay with lots of boxes of books, lots of potted plants from the garden, and our clothes, and maybe 1 or 2 bits of furniture. Great, to our new house. 20 years later, we've suddenly realised we've accumulated all that stuff again. So now we need to take stock and declutter.
The first time I moved from my house, I was only a child, and I never thought I would leave my place, and I never thought there is a place beyond, where the sky and the mountain meets. But suddenly something terrible happened, so we all had to run away from it. So I just rushed and rushed. I didn't even have time to pack up anything, so I left everything behind, including my family's. So I rushed and rushed and moved, and now, here I am.
Well, I haven't rushed much lately, and I haven't moved for the best part of 50 years. I remember when we found the house and it had lots of bedrooms and just right for an expanding family and a big garden for them all to run around in. But those little children grow up and leave home, and suddenly it's just me rattling round in this house. Well, I suppose it's not that sudden. I could have seen it coming. It's time for a change.
When I was 2 years old, my parents moved from London to Greece. I don't know if they could have known how much they could have changed me with that small decision. My dad always says it's because my sister started correcting my mother's American pronunciation of butter. It's butter, mummy, butter. But I don't buy it. I think he knew that if we didn't move, then we wouldn't understand half of our culture and half of our heritage. I think he knew that if we hadn't moved, then we wouldn't speak the language and we wouldn't be able to connect and share with half of our family. Κοίτα, αυτό που θέλω να πω είναι ευχαριστώ. Αν δεν είχαμε μετακομίσει στην Ελλάδα, δεν θα είχα φάει τόσα σουβλάκια.
Ευχαριστώ, Hillis. Thanks. So Hillis was born in 1999, and at that time I was partying in Manchester. So back then, every Friday and Saturday night, sometimes even, on a Wednesday or a Thursday night if I could, yes at the back, I would be going out partying. And when I say out, I mean out. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? He knows what I mean. Good. So, I used to do this like crazy dancing. Yes, at the back. Have a little dance if you want, come on. So get this crazy dancing going in the clubs to get noticed, to get looked at. Oh, but it wasn't about that. It was about being there with my bestest friends in the whole wide world. Everybody just having a good time. Come on, Gulbenkian, just let yourselves go. Come on. Are you having a good time? Good. Are you having a good time? Oh, good. Great. I'm going to come and meet you then. So now it's actually what I do for a living. So I had to try out for this job. And they were like, you must be all about the party. Tick. You must love festivals and travelling. Tick. You must also be a people person. Can I get a tick? Tick. Thanks, mate. So I got the job. I mean, getting paid to party, what is not to love, am I right? So, are you still having a good party? Come on. So I now get to travel all over the UK. I get to go to festivals and private parties and mansions. I even performed at somebody's funeral once, which was beautiful. So, now I'm 37 and I do about 3 or 4 gigs a week, sometimes more. I do tend to party maybe a little bit too much after the gigs, but it is very, very fun and very addictive. I suppose I've successfully avoided most responsibility as a grown-up.
The next pension is quite productive.
Okay, not now. I mean, maybe I'm avoiding something, putting something off, missing out on something. I don't know. Don't really care. Still carry on partying when everybody else has gone home, or just moved on generally, with their lives. Lots of my friends have got married, had babies, bought houses. They've all got their lives in order. Hey, Annie, you've got your life in order, right? What is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life? Nope, don't have time to deal with that right now. I mean, they're just moving on in their own way, and I'm just moving forward in my own way. Oh, and I do love moving. I am really, really good at moving house. Okay, here we go. I've got a really, really slick system. I like to label everything very clearly. Right, where should we move to? Let's go down here. Yes, nice spot. Let's go here. So I've got about 6 boxes of fancy dress and costume, maybe sequins and spandex. Got about 5 massive suitcases of normal-ish clothes. Got loads of bags, filled with bags, loads of accessories, belts, shoes, handbags. No, sorry. Should we move it? Let's move it. Let's move over here. What do you reckon? Good spot, Jackie? Yes, here. Let's do it. Oh, careful with that. That is my vintage trinket collection because, I do love a cat and dog statue because I'm basically a spinster already. And there's loads of glassware, and lots of pretty pictures framed and loads of mirrors. Can you imagine? Oh, do you know what? No. Sorry. Oh, let's just move. Let's move over here. What do you reckon, kids? Good spot? Oh, where did you get biscuits? Biscuit party over here. Woo! So yeah, the system is pretty slick. It's all labelled nicely. I tested out the system just last. Oh, you can pop that on eBay. Sorry, not Jen. Just the armchair. Yeah. So yes, the system is slick. And I am moving again on Tuesday, for real. Wish me luck. Okay, you still moving? Oh my gosh, keep on moving, everybody. But we all know, don't we, that what goes up, woo! Well, it must come down. Boy, does it come down. There are breaks at the gigs. Thank God for the breaks. So I just sit there and don't talk because I feel like I'm going to lose my voice. I actually feel a bit sick. My body aches. My hands are shaking. And I'm really sweaty. There's makeup dribbling down my face. But just pop 2 paracetamol, have a quick swig of the white wine, and back to the party we go, everybody. Are you ready for a little bit more Robenian? Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on! We're going into the last round of musical bingo. Who is gonna win? Let's find out. But first of all, let's sing, shall we? Come on, sing along with her, come on. So after the gigs, there is the after party, and then the after party, and I suppose I avoid going home, but I do go home eventually. Maybe take a longer route to get there, but I do get there. And when I do, it's very quiet. Sometimes a flatmate to say hello to, but it's usually too late. I can never get in bed. And I can never get out of bed. But when I do get there, I just stay there. Don't make plans to see me in the morning, because I won't show up. Sort of avoid friends and family because I can't bear their pity faces. Are you okay? Have you met anybody yet? So I just lie there. And my thoughts can get a bit... just feel a bit... empty. When I do see friends, they're like, oh my God, I saw your Instagram, it's so joyful and good vibes and colourful and oh Sarah, I live vicariously through you. And oh, it is fun, isn't it? It's really fun, and do you know what? It is fun. But I do worry that I might burn out.
Time to make the car go up. Time
but get up, go back to work, get on with it. That's what we all do, isn't it?
But it's how I look now. If you leave with me, we'll be on till morn. Then we rinse and repeat. And it just goes on. Time to make the club go up. Time to shut the club down. This is not how I woke up, but it's how I look now. If you leave with me, we'll be on till morn. Then we rinse and repeat. And it just goes on.
Pick ourselves up, put on our war paint, put our costumes on. Just get out there and just face the world.
And it just goes on. Time to make the club go up. Time to shut the club down. This is not how I woke up, but it's how I look now. If you leave with me, we'll be on till morn. Then we rinse and repeat, and it just goes on.
You might as well have fun whilst we're all here. Smile, have a good time,
Got the joint lit.
and the show must go on.
It's time to
Like
get
life.
have all the love in the world. If that's all you have, you will find we need nothing more.
with friends, drawing a picture or a portrait for one of my friends, then giving it to them.
Family brings me joy because I feel safe when I'm with them and because they make me happy.
What brings me joy is my dog, because I know that she has only got a couple of years left, and knowing that she's still alive brings me joy.
What brings me joy is the smell of freshly brewed coffee in the morning, which indicates another day is starting well.
My cats, just going and annoying them makes me feel like myself as I'm really peaceful.
Being playful and thoughtful at the same time, that's a real joy.
What brings me joy is visiting eventualities.
Sharing thoughts and experiences.
Meeting new people at clubs, talking to my friends and having fun around them.
Dancing with my friends as if I am being watched.
And I can be myself around them.
Self-love. Being able to come to terms with my body and that family and friends accept me how I look and act.
A really stressful or sad day, I just love being able to talk with my friends, watch a movie, or just simply giving them a hug.
What brings me joy is Chinese food because it reminds me of China and of all the happy memories that I made there, and it's yummy.
Clear blue sky and distant views.
Hot meals my mum makes, which are always amazing.
A really large glass of Pinot Noir.
And making art when it works.
Movement and creativity. You pick up the lead from fellow dancers, you make connections, and the whole is much greater than the parts. And everybody's there because they want to be there, and sometimes you bring joy to the audience, but you're just lost in the moment, and that's a great joy.
Reading, beginning the anticipation of a well-written story.
Engaging with art in every sense.
I've always loved performing. It's a real joy, and to be given the opportunity at my age is pretty amazing.
What brings me joy?
What brings me joy is travelling by train into new places and countries, seeing wonderful scenery, meeting different people and hearing their life stories.
Was the sense of anticipation as Eurostar pulled out of Ashford Station on the way to another adventure in Europe.
Going to see my twin sister at her uni because we've been separated for the first time really. She's my best friend, someone I can always talk to and I miss her very much.
Climbing in my little boy's bed at bedtime for a snuggle and a chat.
What brings me joy is hearing about my grandmother and my sister whom I have spent my childhood. They remind me of my joyful childhood.
What brings me joy are my grandchildren, watching them grow and starting new parts of their lives, a new job, going to university, and now a prospective great-grandchild.
What also brings me joy is knowing that there is a future out there. I hope I can take the friends I've met and the boyfriend I have now with me. I want to cherish the moments.
What brings me joy is hope, expecting a better day that excites me.
It's when my two daughters give me a hug and say, "Love you, Mum. I have made many mistakes over the years, and so the love they still show me means I haven't got everything wrong."
Everywhere I look, there is stuff. If I want to make a cup of tea, I have to move a soda stream out of the way that hasn't worked for 2 years. The whole place is like one of those tile puzzles where there's only enough space for one thing to move into the empty space at a time to get the whole puzzle to come into view. I get quite anxious actually sitting amongst it. Panicky, I can't bear it. I just have to get involved and get in there, tidy up, tidy house. house tidy mind, you know? At the same time, Mum's in hospital, so I can either tidy the house or I can go and visit her, and I can't feel any better about the hospital situation. But if I tidy up, then at least I won't have to be anxious all the time, you know? Have some control. Funny where your mind goes at times like this, as if having a tidy house would be a good payoff for not spending the last few hours with your mum. Mum saved everything because it was always going to be useful, and we didn't have much money, so the margarine tubs, they went for leftover food containers for the freezer, and the jam jars went for buttons and sewing kits. The old t-shirts of mine went to be dusters or dishcloths, and the bags of plastic bags would see us through any situation, really. Oh, and she also saved things for charity, like milk bottle tops and tinfoil, and that all sat in a bag in the cupboard in front of anything useful I wanted to get out. Stamps. She saved stamps as well. Used stamps, not special stamps, just stamps for charity. And I said, Mum, what are they going to do for the charity? She said, oh, darling, they're for you in case you want to start collecting them. I think you're collecting them right now, Mum. After Mum died, clearing the house was an adventure. My cousin said it was like a toy museum, probably because of all of the Wallace and Gromit and Star Wars and Action Man figures that she saved from when I was a kid, and all the ones she bought herself. She had a vintage trouser press as well, and one of those lettuce crispers, spinner things, and 3 sewing machines, about 4 or 5 blue IKEA bags full of Tupperware from Tupperware parties she used to hold, and leftover Avon makeup from Avon parties she used to hold, and 2 different sized sides, or 2 shotgun cartridges. No shotguns though. And an electric carving knife, yes, as well as a hoard of cuddly toys, including a life-size tiger that sat in front of the TV guarding it, which might be why she never watched all of Red Dwarf or Sharp or One Tree Hill for that matter on DVD and VHS unopened. They're not collector's items either. And that and the teaspoons from the Crouch Museum and the tea towels and rubbers and mugs and postcards are all times people love, times when people wished you were here or made a memory. My memory with Mum. In that teaspoon. You just can't throw it away, otherwise it's never happened. You have to honour it and absorb it and maybe take a picture of it so that maybe next time you can throw it away. After the clearing, there is the house itself, and that stain on the kitchen floor, or the cracks in the wall, or the stains on the beams that make me think the whole thing's going to come crashing down on top of me, or even worse, just open up a sinkhole beneath me and I'll be there scratching around in the dirt all alone. And then there's the loft. The Battle of the Loft took place last summer with heavy casualties to my self-esteem as I slipped and put my bum through the insulation, creating a hole into the bedroom below. But I've got some new ceiling now, so onwards and upwards. Since then there have been many skirmishes, DIY style, with bubbly wallpaper and that a solution to no one has yet furnished me with. I mean, there is supposed to be an adult to look after this stuff, right? I mean, that's the thing when your parents aren't there anymore. It is like the roof has just come from your house and there's no one above you. There's a liberty though, and parting of the waves. There's no one to deal with the consequences of my actions or pass down that wisdom of wallpapering. No one to ring you up at the crack of dawn saying, happy birthday to you. He's been, Leon, he's been. No one's name to put on the next of kin form anymore. My mum might disagree with the things I did keep from the many skips I used to clear out the house, but I am trying to build a home sweet home out of this, and it's falling somewhere between the house I grew up in and an amalgamation of DIY successes and failures. If we are halfway through our lives, then we have lots of things to sort out.
I have found that the older I get, time appears to whiz by, and I began to wonder why this was. A line from a favourite song states that an hour becomes the flickering of an eyelash. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the drift. This led me to think that perhaps an hour for me represents a higher percentage of the time I have left in my life than it does for the younger cast members. I look back at the 6-week summer holidays of my childhood and they seem to last an eternity. I contrast that to a similar time span involving the preparation for this show, which has flown past, for me at least. But I think it was time well spent.
The most useful thing someone once said to me when I was low was, you thought you were doing the right thing at the time. So you have to remember to be kind, not just to others, but to yourself. Yes, you'll get things wrong, make some silly decisions, take some wrong turnings, but that's life. Let it go. Life can be difficult, but the highs, love the highs, and help yourself to remember that the lows will pass. If there was sunshine all the time and no showers, nothing would grow. And without the storms, how would we ever learn to appreciate the calm?